Hey, you see that Hawk Tuah Sheila all over the internet? Yeah, I know it was ages ago, but Christ, I haven't really stopped thinking about it. On one hand, it's good to see a Sheila that can have a bit of a laugh, get some notoriety on the internet. You know, instead of these silicone dolls they've got on OnlySnap. But on the other hand, it looks like the world's in a bit of a bad way, because think about it. If a Sheila blows up this much talking about spitting on a cock, well then that's a sign of how rare it must be these days. You really reckon the world would have taken to this Sheila as much as it did if getting a blowy was as common as powdery dog shit? No way. And all these Sheilas that talk about Hawk Tuah girl, they hate her. It's disgusting. It's disgusting sucking a cock. No. Laying on your back for 25 years doing missionary pumping out kids to try and save your marriage like a band-aid on a shotgun wound, that's fucking disgusting. And I tell you what, we'd have a lot less jaded old dragons and brothel-bound men if everyone just spat on each other's groins more often. And that's for the Sheilas too. They deserve, nay, they need a growling. You have a look around at a lot of small bush towns, everyone's dried up and fucking angry. No one's coming in the bush, and if they are, it's typically one-sided. You see, bush rooting, it's stuck somewhere between the caves and the 1950s. See, we have all these charities and organisations focused on bringing things to the bush. Bring the arts to the bush, bring mental health to the bush, bring taekwondo to the bush. But what we need is to bring the art of the orgasm to the bush. Literally. We could have bean flicking workshops for the men, spit on that thing education talks for the women. And the men, I'm telling you, if people start spitting on each other and working their fingers on something that ain't a beer, you'll see stronger communities and less miserable bastards driving around in second gear. Riding is an important part of any rodeo. And one of the few pleasures in the rodeo of life is rubbing up against someone. People need to root, people need to ride. They need to feel themselves below the navel. You give as good as you get, and you've got the foundations of a happy relationship. And I tell you what, jumping out windows and sneaking around under moonlight, that's a lot more work than just doing the alphabet with your tongue. But some people are just whores, which in the words of my old mate Bully, the world needs more of them, Jook. But one thing is for certain, if you just treat a Sheila like an old cum bucket whose only purpose in life is to be grateful for 4 inches of penetration and the pleasure of incubating your future gene pool, well then, that's how you turn a Sheila like that Hawk Tuah girl into a bitter, jaded old dragon of a woman who just screws up her nose every time she looks at you and sentences you to a decade of shower friggin'. But if you just, I don't know, rub her up a bit, well, Christ, you might end up actually happy in the end. And same for you, ladies. Get that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, and I bet you, you'll never see a midnight withdrawal of funds in the Townsville CBD on your bank statements again. Anyway, it's just good to see a funny, sexually active, non-lounge room dancing Sheila do well. Fucking half horny now. Cheryl, there's movement at the station.